everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to Hazel's super special, very exciting Happy Days Mount Run streams. Today is the only short one. I will say that right now. I've been streaming 4 hours in July, and I'm going to continue doing that, except for today, because we got raid testing today. So I'm only here for 2 hours today, which sounds like a lot, but it's not. So I'm gonna start now. I have not done any mount runs in my days off because I figured it would be sacrilege to get any mount drops off stream. So what I did instead to help prepare myself for more attempts is I leveled a couple more characters. Literally just a couple. I got the druid from 78 to 80 and then into some veteran gear. And then I picked another hunter and I leveled her 70 to 80. And again, veteran gear. I had a bunch of veteran gear in my warbank, and then I was able to kind of supplement off spots with, whatchamacallums. Oh, hello everybody. The carnival's here. I was able to supplement some off spots with undercoin gear. That's a good thing to check if you're like, you got a fresh character up to 80, you've raided your warbank, and you're like, geez, I don't have any pants. I just wish I had some pants, like right now. You can buy veteran gear that is catalyzable from the Delve vendor for undercoins, and undercoins are once again transferable. So I just pilfered like 750, 875, whatever, undercoins at a time from whatever character I might happen to have them to sort of fill out the occasional piece of gear. It turns out that despite having 2 tabs of my warbank completely filled with warbound alt gear, the vast majority of that alt gear is actually for cloth and plate, because I guess it was dropping me a lot of gear on the for the armor type that I was at the time, and I did a lot of the Nightfall on Anthus for plate, and then my main for cloth. So I don't know who that gear is for, especially the cloth gear. It's not like I'm leveling a lot of farming priests or warlocks. I guess mages, but you've seen me in a mage. Maybe the next mage will be a different spec. I'm going to start today. I only have 2 hours, and I figure for this week I want to start basically at the hardest stuff and work my way back. So for my mount list, which I will show you on screen. Moosey, hey, don't lick that. That's gross. Yucky, yucky. It's cat litter dust. I know it's made of corn, but calm down. Take a nap, Bubs. Got distracted. Oh yeah, for my mount list, these are the mounts that I need. These are basically the bottom lists are the ones that are the most difficult, just in terms of like when the raids came out. So we are heading to Mythic Sepulcher to go do the jailer. We do have the skip, so we don't have to do the entire raid, which is good. We do have to do Rigel, or a couple of bosses. the jailer skip kind of sucks, so we will need to clear through some of it. But I have 10 level 80s now, up from 8. They all have all of the Shadowlands skips sorted out. That was the other thing I did yesterday off stream, was I took that new character and I made sure she did like her soul blind and all the skips. So they should be ready to go. So we should have 10 attempts on this, 10 attempts on Vengeance this week, and then as many attempts as we want on the rest of it. I figure we get through these lockouts first and then see where we're at. Zerith, thank you very much for the 56-month resub. Merry 56 months! I hope you have better luck with the mount farming this week. Thank you very much. I think it's kind of a win-win. Either way, it's great, because if I have luck, then I'm going to get some mounts. It'll be exciting. We'll have some fun moments. It'll be great. And if I don't get any mounts, if I manage to stream the entire week and I don't get a single mount, that's approaching some kind of a record. So that's fun too. You know, that's notable. If anything, I feel like we would have some camaraderie of spirit or something. Lucy, why don't you go sleep on... He's kind of wandering back and forth past the bed. Maybe he'll settle down on it. What are you doing back there? There's nothing for moosies. There's nothing for puppies to pilfer. That's not true. There's plenty of plushies for puppies to pilfer. There's a good alliteration. Plenty of plushies for puppies to pilfer. Pretty Mog's been my silver lining. I've kind of run out of Mogs that are in the path of the mounts that I'm farming. If I like rotated which mounts I was farming, I would get more, or if I started running other raids, I would get more. But I'm pretty much done with these ones. Steph the Bee, thank you very much for the 63-month resub. Today is get all about stay. Let's just crank out the whole list in 2 hours. It could happen, you know. Luck giveth and luck does not give us sometimes, but it could happen. Luck to you, got all mounts today, just mog farming. Nice! Where to begin? Where to begin? You got, as soon as you're done Sunday stream, you got super lucky, got 10 mount drops overall. You got the Azure Drake, Ran Black War Mammoth, 12B, Blazing Drake, Rosacea Raptor, and Torrent Troy Hound, Abyss Worm, Underrock Krog, Florendo the Fabulous, Marrowfang, and the Cartel Master Gear Glider, Celia Can Suck It, and an Explosive Hearthstone and an LFR roll. You did LFR Liberation of Undermine? What a machine. My goodness. Congratulations. Wow, leveling 2 more characters. You're going hard. I'm so happy I've impressed you. Wow. Wanted to see the professionally made version. Oh, I don't know. Remember what I was talking about back then. Hi, Mr. Moose. Isn't he precious? Is it? Oh, no, I turned off my lights. Oh, I started recording. That's not right. Hang on. I just wanted to go to Moose Cam. I just wanted to send it to Moose Cam for a second. Hi, Bubs. I picked him another raspberry today, and he put it in his... Well, he took it over to my white rug, and he put it down on the white rug. And then I put it in his bowl, and then he put it on the rug, and then I put it in his bowl, and then he put it on the rug, and then finally my husband pointed to the raspberry like 6 times, and Moose was like, fine, and he ate it. He was like saving it for later, but you can't just keep a red berry on a white rug and expect nobody to step on it and make another. I mean, the rug is stained hell anyway. It's seen some stuff. But, you know, it doesn't have red stains yet. That's a new color. Not, oh, wish I could say my friend's luck. He got 2 raptors to drop from CG. Holy moly. Moose. White rug with pets. I mean, believe it or not, the rug predates the puppy. I didn't know about Moose at the time. And Kitty, like, I don't think any of the damage is from the cat. I think it's 100% from the dog. I was thinking about this when I was thinking about, like, my pet deposits for this place. And about how, when I think about, like, any damage that has been caused by the animals, it's 1,000% from Moose and 0% from Kira. She lives here like a whisper. She graces the halls like a spirit. She has touched nothing. She's just a sweetie. She hasn't done anything. The only thing she ever damages are me and my couch, which is fine by me. If anything, I let her do it because I feel like after she's gone, I can look at the little spot she ripped up and cry. But yeah, she hasn't done anything to the place. He had a big morning. He met a couple of friends in his morning walk and was partying for a while. Another event happening next week that's buffing the cartel rep by 100%, including Dark Fuse. Oh, don't tell me that. I'm not okay with that. No, 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 no. 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 I'm not ready. Maybe if I had gotten all my mounts by now, I would have been ready, but I am not ready. I need to do that too. And I'm gonna combust. I'm gonna spontaneously combust. Finally got the Inarius Charger after 155 goblin kills. Congratulations! Wow, you had to really work for that one. 5 hours next week. Yeah. I did manage to do some lovely relaxing on my weekend, though. I managed to go fishing yesterday. What else did I do? Errands, phone calls, errands, fishing. Fishing was nice. Let's go do Anduin. You'll have all your mounts before the event next week. You think so? I hope you're right. That would be great. I don't know if that's no, it is possible. If we just get like 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, you know, just get them all first try. All right, I think I'm ready to pull Anduin. No more events. I'm tired. And like they're all good events. Like if they were events where they were like, oh man, in PvP, if you kill a player, you can collect their bones to make a skeleton, and then shatter it into fireworks. They would have been like, that's great. That's not for me. Never mind. And I would have moved on with my life quite happily. But they keep doing things that are like, for me, I also want to boost a goblin reps. I haven't even done... I haven't even done my goblin weeklies this week yet. This is the first time I've logged on since Tuesday. I didn't do vault. I don't even know if I have a vault. What day is today? It's Wednesday. I guess I don't really need to do these anymore. Oh, I do need to do 10 goblin chests this week, just for shards for mogs, but that won't be a big deal. One last Paragon mount from under mine. Oh, you're almost done! Which one are you missing? Is it Dark Fuse? Did you get the Dark Fuse one? I'm still trying to get my 4th cartel to Exalted. Mind you, I haven't been trying that hard. It is so muggy today. We are having a rainy day that is also warm, so it's very humid. All of the neighbors were talking about it this morning, how it feels like we're like on a boat in the Caribbean. It's just misty and hot and sticky and weird. We don't get weather like this very often. Very, very humid. Hate humid. Yeah, you're basically swimming out there. My shirts don't feel very crisp. You put it on and it immediately feels like you slept in it. Whether or not I actually slept in it is besides the point. But I was talking to my husband this morning. I was like, you know what I like about it? It's variety. I like variety. I like that the weather's always doing something a little different here. It's not the same thing for like 200 days in a row. You know, you might, I mean, in the rainy season you might get just like gray and rain for like 100 days in a row, but then something's gonna happen. Sooner or later, something's gonna happen with the weather, and then you get something to talk about. Steam Riddle, Dark Use is easy. Market research, turn over to Dark Moon buff. Every 10 you've got 1 extra. Well, that's good news. How are you doing? I don't know if I've been doing my best work on you. I've been kind of slacking because this is my highest geared character. So I figure this is the easiest one to do. I'm doing them basically, I'm doing the hardest runs first, but I'm doing them on the easiest characters first, just in case the mount drops, so I don't have to struggle through them on a character that is less geared. My new alts that I just got to 80 and then put like 20 minutes of effort into, 20 minutes being kind of generous, they are 638. No. Are they? No. 630. 620? Somewhere in the 620 to 640 range, I think. I think they're 630-ish. Let's do Raglan first. I got them both disc belts. That felt like it was worth it. You just do 1 overcharged delve and you get the basic belt. It'll have a basic ability in it. I figured that would be nice to have for just power, because it does help to have damage when you're farming like Mythic Sepulcher. So I got them the disc belt. I catalyzed their gear. I picked up Flight Stone, or Valor Stones, and some basic crests from just like the 2 rep vendors that are in Dornegal, and ran a couple of upgrades. And that seems like a nice happy medium. You don't want to. I don't want to spend like a ton of time gearing these characters up just to run something like this, especially if we can make it through on less. But I did want them to have something so that I don't get completely bricked on like Raglan. The Hunter, I'm confident, can do it because my Hunters are doing fine. They have Lust. They work just fine. They don't need a whole lot of setup. But my Druid I'm a little worried about because I'm playing balance on her and who knows what's going on with that. New audio drama came out yesterday talking about Locust Walker having what the cool kids call the Riz. Thought this was Mythic raid testing. I think today specifically is the rescheduled heroic raid testing that they had to move from last time. Thursday, Friday is going to be Mythic raid testing, so that I'm not doing. I'm going to be able to do full-length streams tomorrow and Friday. But today is the heroic one, and I do want to go to that. Yeah, it was canceled. The first day, they tried really hard to get it going, and it was not going. Yeah. Oh, he wasn't so bad. You're not so scary. And we zoom back. This is definitely not like the fastest skip ever, but at least it's a skip. Plus, you get lots of gold from vendoring all this stuff. I've said it before, and I'm probably going to say it about 200 more times before the event is over, but like, wow, look at all this gold! The longer I farm and the more things I add to my junk list, the easier and faster it gets to clean up my bags. That's nice. 6 tokens. Crazy. Going this way. After attempt 6 in Sylvanas this week, 20 total. Still no vengeance. Caught in the bow probably 30 times. Yeah. 4 attempts in Jailer this week, 17 total. No mount either. Maybe next week. I'm hoping Jailer... I'm hoping they all cough it up for me this week, but this would be a nice one to have. Forced me to clean my bag so I could carry more loot. I love that clean bag feeling. You could make dentistry ads based on that. Speaking of which, chuck some stuff. I think I'm gonna vendor these. I have my Inari's charger, so I'm not too fussed with how many goblins. I'm gonna get my 10 boxes anyway. Best thing. Oh no, I read that one. 5 times in 2 separate kills. I had 3 bows drop in 1 individual kill once, and I've heard of people having more. They did something wonky to the drop rate of the bow. I feel like there's some weird math going on with that one in particular. I'm not mad at it. It's fine. I got it on a hunter, so I was able to equip it for the achievement. I have the appearance. You know, happy. Fine with that. Would love a mount, though. You know, we just do our best. We control ourselves. Can't control the drop rate. Maybe Jailer will help me out here today. As the one that first told you about the get tokens for free expansion later, I gotta tell you about my progress. 60 out of $90. All this rating is raining gold on my face. Nice. Oh, 5 bows per kill. Oh, that is aggressive. Oh, that's beyond 1 bow for each hand. You've got 1 bow for each finger on one hand. Imagine if you could fire them all at once. Water good. My fishing yesterday morning really threw my schedule off. Maybe I should because I got up early and I had coffee at a weird time, and then I ended up napping. Like I wasn't gonna, but I ended up falling asleep like 4 o'clock in the afternoon until like 6 o'clock at night, which is not perfect. But I was sleepy and it was happening. It was really fun though. It was hot out, but I was lucky. I have this year I invested in having like a hooded sun protection layer that I can put the kind of the hood up under a hat to keep the sun off my neck, and the hat keeps the sun off my face, and then the layer kind of like keeps it off my arms and the rest of me. So I was kind of hot out there, especially because I also had long pants that were thick enough to keep the mosquitoes out. I was sort of cooking, but I wasn't burning, which was important. And we brought lots of water. It was nice. You could see all the mountains. Guess what book I'm reading? Hint, you've read this book before. What are you reading? Are you reading Dune? Love Dune. I was daydreaming about one day getting hard copies of at least the first 6, because those are the ones that I read. The first 6 Frank Herbert Dune books. If I could find like a nice edition that I wanted to have. I've been picking up random books from book boxes and reading them and then putting them back, and they're kind of spanning quite the gamut of topics and themes. There was some short stories, and then I picked up like a collection of like sort of new agey short stories about rocks talking to people, and some of them are good and a lot of them are awful, and I'm kind of reading through this book being like, I don't know how much more of this I can take. Some of these are very sweet stories, and some of these are just not speaking to me. So that one might go back. Oh, second hint, dragons. A Song of Ice and Fire. Game of Thrones. What other books about dragons have I read? There's another one that I forget the name of. Gosh. The Hobbit, always good. Classic. Rare Hearthstone toy from Gul'dan. Rare Hearthstone toy. You mean the Hearthstone card? I don't have that yet. Okay. Come on, Jailer. 1 Fractal Cipher of the Zerith Overseer, please. That's not a mouthful. Priory of the Orange Tree. That's the one. I thought of it, but I couldn't remember the name of it. It is good, though. There was another one that she wrote that I haven't read yet. It's not like top of my list, but I would read it if I came across it in like a library or something. Domination over here. Make sure I don't mess this fight up. And then I picked up a romance book out of one of these book boxes because I was like, you know, I like trashy TV. What if I like trashy novels? I don't usually go for them, but you never know. Maybe I'm just missing out. So I picked the one with the most, like, aggressive cover that I could find. That was, like, sort of dated and, you know, like a big picture of Fabio, etc. And I've just started it, and it's it's funny. It's fun though. I'm having a good time. There was one other one that I had. I forgot. I've been kind of bouncing between books. Oh, I picked up 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which I've read before, but I haven't read it for many, many years. And I honestly, also I didn't get them out. I remember not liking it last time. So I don't know why I decided I was going to read it again. Like I'm going to like it this time. But I guess I was young last time, so maybe I just went over my head. Or under my head. 20,000 Leagues Under. I do not have a Goodreads account. I do not have a Goodreads account. I don't really do any, like, tracking or anything. I just kind of read. But just for fun. I'm not really trying to accomplish anything. I figured if reading was going to make me any smarter, then I would have done that a while ago. I think I'm probably hitting diminishing returns on that one. I think at this point, depending on what I'm reading, it might be actually making me dumber. We're going on to another character. Anthus, Nyalotha is not where we want to be. I might take my hunters first. Let's do the hunters. I got 480 hunters. Let's do them before we do anything else, because they're. I don't want to run through this my warlock right now. People don't read anymore. They doom scroll. I'm finding that's not true. I'm finding that lots of people read still. They're just not talking about it. Or sometimes they are. You know, it's just not the same people. So she's right outside of Sanctum, but we're running the Sepulcher, so rip. We're just gonna hearth. She might need to yeah, this character needs to do the skip actually. I didn't go back and do it on this one. I'll need to do it before she does it for Sanctum to get back there. For every 5 books read, you get a 100% chance in your next mount. Got a public library card, doubled my rating from last year. Yeah, I like it a lot. I don't know if it'll work out, but I'm hoping that if I move to a new place, that I move where there's like a library, like somewhere in my range of like places I'm going to, like near groceries or something, so that I can like visit it regularly. Because that's the kicker, is I don't want to, if it's out of my way to get there, I don't really want to go to the library and borrow a book and then have to plan another trip out of my way to go take it back. But if it's just something I'm swinging by all the time, it's no big deal. Read over 300 books last year. It's an issue. Romance is my weakness. It's just entertainment. There's nothing wrong with that. People watch a lot of TV shows. People watch a lot of movies. You know, people play a lot of video games. Watch Twitch streams. Reading's just another one. Not a problem. I mean, it's a problem if you're like having a hard time like paying your bills or getting out of bed in time or like feeding your family. Or buzz. Library's often out of the way, it seems. New Rivers of London book dropped yesterday. Pacing myself, not shotgunning it, as I don't know when the next one is coming out. Oh, it's been a long time since I've had that feeling, but I know exactly what you mean. I usually, in the past, when I had that feeling, I would start out not shotgunning it, and then about a third of the way through, I would lose all self-control and just start zooping. When I was younger, there was a Disney sing-along VHS tapes, and there was a song from the 20,000 Other Leagues movie, and Kirk Douglas was singing. Unlimited $12 a month, Netflix for books. Yeah. 95% of books I've read are on there. For a long time, I was a big diehard e-reader person. I would just read books in iBooks on my iPad. And I liked that a lot, and I would do that. And I still have, like, obviously access to those books, and I would read them again, but I'm on a kick right now where I'm reading physical books again. I didn't think I would ever do it, but I guess the thought that I might one day settle down somewhere and be able to, like, have a bookshelf and not have to drag my books around is making it more appealing to have actual hard copies, or to borrow hard copies and then unborrow them when I'm done reading them. I like that a lot. So, I got a little clip-on light, and I've been reading physical books, and it's kind of hard on my wrists, because I like to read lying down, so sometimes the angle's a bit tough, especially if it's a heavier book. The iPad was definitely better because it would stand up on its own. But it's been nice. It's been nice to touch paper again. Also, I can't really blame reading for my wrists when I am snapping them in half fishing every week. I think that's probably where the majority of my wrist damage comes from, is just hauling up rockfish. I'm waiting for somebody to ask me how my fishing day went so I can humble brag, and no one's doing it. Guys. Like the pigment. Yeah, Hoggers is super cute. How was fishing, Hazel? Thank you so much. Please share fishing. Totally curious. It was really good. I was just having all of the luck that I'm not getting with my mount farms. I was just getting exclusively with fishing. I was getting bite after bite. I was pulling up fish after fish. I must have pulled up every adolescent lingcod in a lingcod nest and given them all matching piercings in their lips. I put them all back. None of them were legal keeper size. I must have caught like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably close to 8 fish yesterday. It was really fun. I did get a keeper that I kept to my license and brought home. We haven't eaten it yet. I think we're gonna have it today. Like a pretty big chunky rockfish, and then a lot of smaller ones that we put back. But it was just really fun because sometimes you'll go out there and you'll be out there for hours and just nothing's happening, and you're like, why am I here? What am I doing? The fish are just laughing at me down there. And sometimes they just want what you're selling, and you were just there at like a good time and they were active anyway, and there weren't any divers to watch out for. And you can just pull them up and see how they're doing. You can say, hi, fishy. Sorry about your lip. Let me get you back. Doing chores. Suddenly I just had to know Hazel fishing stories. Dad. Same lingcod now has 5 piercings. It could have been. They were like varying sizes. They were all adolescent. They were like this big or so, but lingcod have to be like quite large before you can keep them. They were definitely young. I initially thought when I first started fishing for lingcod that I was going to have to get my partner to deal with all of them because they're scary with big chompy teeth. Kind of ugly looking dudes. But it turns out when they're young, they're so cute. They have cute little chompy lingcod faces. They don't have a lot of spines on their body. It's just they've got a bunch of teeth in their mouth, obviously, and a bunch of teeth in their gills. But the rest of their bodies are just like soft little noodlies. You can like, give them a little tiny, they're slimy, you give them a little tiny pat on the tummy for good luck, like a Buddha. You know, handle them delicately and get them back right away if you're not keeping them, obviously. But they're really cute and they're so angry. They're so angry. And they just kept taking it. They would take it on, I would be retrieving my lure. I'd be retrieving my line really fast because I was trying to get over the kelp because we were fishing like over a kelp forest, and you'd have to try to like skip it over and sort of get it through a bunch of kelp to get it back. So I would be trying to pull it back, and then all of a sudden it would just go, and I'd be like, wait, is there a fish on here? I wasn't even fishing. Accidentally caught a turtle and I went fishing once. Oh. Sometimes the strangest things will just decide to grab your hook or your lure and just hold on to it. We've had, when we've been lake fishing, we've had crawfish just like pinch onto it. We've had crabs pinch onto them. We've had, it's always a bad day when you foul hook a sea cucumber. Sometimes that'll happen. You just gotta like try to apologize and put it back. Kamalani Panda, thank you for the 56-month resub. Hi Hazel, it's been so hard for me to catch a stream lately, but I'm finally here. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. We got a fresh week of lockouts and we're farming for mounts. I'm not even doing my goblin rep weeklies right now. That's how committed we are. It's just all mounts all the time. Work around a Tormentor's a Torghast. I don't know of one. I did it back in the day, so I haven't been really investigating, but I've heard that it was broken. People were struggling with that. We didn't see any whales. We did see some seals. That's always nice. Usually you see a harbor seal or two come by. Nighthole's being rude for me. The only fish I ever caught was pregnant and I panicked so hard to get her back. I have some questions. You need a Tormentor's a Torghast achievement mount, drop mountain, then you've got all the Shadowlands mounts. Hazel, I know your luck in mounts hasn't been the best. Can I offer you a new perspective to see if it helps? Yes, have at it. What you got? Just you, though. Tips with your newfound skill. Oh, at Lingcod hauling? Yeah, bring a wrist brace. With rockfish, I feel like, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or what, but like, I usually want to try to keep my rod tip up and just haul them, because if you let them like swim away with your drag and fight, they're just going to take you right into the kelp. They're going to go hide under a rock. They're going to break your line. Or just like get stuck and stay there. Like, it seems like some of these fish have a patented technique for just wrapping your line around a kelp stalk and then just swimming away. Works real good. So you can't give them the room to do that, which means you're just like cranking the reel and like trying to hold the rod up, try to keep them from swimming down. And they're really strong. What mount do you want the most? I want an Ixia. 23 else still didn't get it. What do I want the most? Maybe Vengeance? Maybe Gmod? This one's definitely cool too. Let me finish this bot first, then I'll offer perspective. Alright. Hi Hazel and everyone. Hi Panda Girl, how you doing? The only one I have left is Green Infernal at 260-ish attempts. I hope it drops for you soon. How's my dog? Is he sleeping? Is he snoozing? I love his little puppy tummy. He's got like a nice warm little puppy tummy. You can pet that for good luck too. Today's the day. Can feel it. Maybe. We don't have as much time to dump into it today as we have been having for all the good it's been doing me. I'm only here until 11 today. But I'll be doing 9 to 1 for the rest of July, basically. Got the jailer mount? Nice! Congratulations! Up to 180 freehold runs? Ho, ho, ho. It's funny that you can do the skip and still be working the skip quest because of, like, it's account wide, but you can still repeat the quest. Hadn't gotten any mounts yet. Got Vengeance and Gloom Charger on the same run yesterday. Nice. Officially finished the pre-Dragonflight mounts. Nothing left to farm. I feel like Nave after defeating a little. There's always transmog. Winds of Fortune. Oh man. It's gonna be a lot. I hope raid testing today goes well. The last session was really good. I'm gonna see if I can sneak into the same group if they're listed. I really liked the first 4 bosses, or the 4 bosses that I've seen so far from Mana Forge Omega, so I'm excited to see the rest of them. Hopefully it all goes smoothly. Another thing off the list. Attempt 396 for the Old Kara Horseman mount. Wow! Nexus King looks fun. Oh, the transmog drop's been awesome. Glad we can learn any armor type. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to be able to, like, sort of clean up and wipe it. Alright, Lust. All cooldowns. That's what I like about the hunters, is that they do have Lust. Looks like lots of this has already been marked as junk, so that's great. Probably getting to the point where all of it has been. Alright, I've collected many mounts over the years, and in comparison to many others, you only have these 9 mounts to collect. Sure, they might take a little longer, due to these dungeons and raids being more recent, but it just shows your mount journey progress through the years. I may have gotten 10 mounts last week, but I still need 16 more to farm. And quite literally, as I finished typing that out, Gmod just dropped. Okay, I need 15 more mounts. Congrats on your Gmod, that's great. You know who else got a Gmod? Flabby. Flabby got a Gmod last night. He was running a bod and had Gmod drop. It's pretty cool. Of course Flabby did. Yeah, he's been doing pretty well too. He's been cleaning up. What mounts do you still need? I was gonna say all of them, but that's not true. Just the ones that I need. These ones. There's 9. Shackled Urzel and Taurus, Mummified Raptor from King's Rest, Gmod. Nyalotha Allseer from N'Zoth, Marrowfang from Necrotic Wake, Cartel Master Gearglider from Celia, Sanctum Gloomcharger, and the Vengeance from Sanctum of Domination, and then Fractal Cipher from this raid, which is what I'm doing now. It's great. Sickens me. Everyone getting mounts but me. Ah, you and me though. You're in good company, I think. Depends on if I'm still good company or not. Last week made 73,172 gold. From 43 raids and a handful of dungeons, 5 mounts last week, 28 to go. Nice, you're cruising. Did that perspective help? No, it was great. You made a wonderful point. It's absolutely true. We are deep into our map collecting journey. Maybe a drop, maybe a don't drop. Hi Hazel, hi everyone. Hello. Hey Raygun, how you doing? Okay, so I could... This character is 638. I could lust and cooldowns now, or I could wait for... There's a vulnerability phase that they do. Lust and cooldowns now. Yeah, you can melt them fast enough. That's good. That's enough. That's the stuff. Only a 2 mounts, which is close to as unlucky as you. It's okay. I don't need to win it being unlucky, I don't think. Plus, if you wanted to win it being unlucky, then it's kind of a win-win, because either you continue to get unluckier and therefore win, or you get a mount and then you get to keep it. New mount you get to keep. So there's the vulnerability, but they're basically done. I think I need to do Raglan. I don't think I did Raglan. Oh, or did I? Oh no, I did. Look at that, he's dead. Let's just go get this mount. Just get the mount. Yeah, maybe the short stream is the constraint needed to boost the mount line. Real silver lining thinking there. Yeah, we got, you know, a lot of hours of stream to fill. We got nothing to do but think. I've been looking for mindfulness books because I figure if I read enough about meditation, then maybe it's going to make me actually want to get more consistent in meditation. Haven't started yet. And indeed, some of the books that I was reading were telling me to stop reading about meditation, and that theory will not take you very far. Which I know. Just waiting for something to kind of talk me into it. Got Blazing Drake earlier today, free from Dragon Soul jail. Congratulations. Forget to update the streamer client. What if they Uno reverse the streamer client just to make everybody that's not streaming feel better? Meditation stresses me out. It's good for me. I know from experience that it is very good for me specifically, and does me a lot of good whenever I manage to practice consistently. Oh, that's a lot of anima. I shall not run down the stairs until the stairs appear. This is like the funniest way to die in here. There's a few different funny ways to die in this raid, but that's got to be one of them. Alright. I like lining up my coolies. But I don't want to wait for 30 seconds. Let's go. And it's awful done anyway. It's so warm and humid today. I feel like I'm in the shower. Like, it feels like I'm just sitting in the bathroom after having run the shower. I don't know why I tried to straighten my hair today. It's just gonna inflate. Alright, mountain coming, right? Drum roll. One-handed drum roll. Kill the guy. I think he's getting tight. Nope, not that one. We go again. Oh, my Hearthstone's on cooldown. How short are we talking? Another hour and 15 minutes. I read about a writing exercise to empty the mind first thing in the morning, and after 7 days found that my mind is already empty. Oh yeah, I guess knife fight would be a good deal. Well, at least the bag's cleaned up nice and fast. That's nice. Alright, next hunter. In my case, the funny way to die was not knowing the gold hexagons were actual holes that you could die in. I'm not doing the clicking tokens thing for more gold. My time is worth more to me than that. It takes so long for them to learn. And that's even if you just click the ones that you have already on, like, that you can use on that character, let alone mailing them around. I'm too lazy to even click the ones that I could click. It is more gold for sure. I clicked one to find out how much more gold it was. And I was like, oh yeah, it is better. Oh well. Oops, daisy. I'm Horde. I have to do it this way. Need Blazing Drake, and it's evil that they improved Madness of Deathwing on Heroic. Can do normal, which for some reason is back to those 9-stack ads. It is so weird that they didn't change it for normal when they changed it for Heroic. It's so bizarre. If it was an instant click, I would do it, but it takes like seconds. Thank you, that's how I feel. Like multiple seconds. Heads up. I feel like this character probably didn't finish the skips either. I was like struggling through Korthia for a while. She is a Necrolord though, so that's... Oh yeah, she's got a soulbind. She must have done it. Zerith Mortis first though. Instagram doom scrolling showed me the original design of Shrek. Now my day is ruined. I wouldn't have pegged you for an Instagram scroller. I would have thought you would have been like a Reddit person. Gold per second is higher than many of the things most of us do. Yeah, but I don't want it. You know. Can't play games doing things you don't want to do. It's my favorite and ultimate defense against anything that I don't feel like doing is, well, what if I don't wanna? And then because it's a video game, it like works. Can't make me. I'm carrying around a socket adding device. That's quite literally sad. I don't even know what I would put a socket on. My helmet has one. My belt is gonna, like, it should be a disc belt. It's not, but it should be. And then I've got, I guess, champion bracers. I guess we'll stick them on there. I shouldn't have taken a socket. I should have taken the gold. Used to be Reddit, gotten worse, go to other social media to pretend to be social while not talking to anyone and being completely antisocial. Yeah, I feel that. There we go. Put an empty socket on my bracers and then put no gems in it. Wow. Your difficulty is Mythic. Let's go for round 3. No gems. The audacity. Empty sockets. I got a couple of disc belts on some of my new alts to set them up for doing this, and I don't know why I gotta find out. And I was like, oh man, these have sockets. It would be a shame if I didn't buy any gems for them. My puppy's just snoozing. He's just having a nice sleep. Alright, all my hunters have different keybinds, so I have to like look around for my cooldowns on everybody. So there's Lust, there's Wrath, there's what do you call it? Call of the Wild. There's my Goblin Racial. Wow! Blammo! Thanks for reminding me, Overcharged Delves might be going away in Season 3. I saw that all of the things had marked the Titan Shards as like from this patch until this patch, and I'm like, wait, I need to finish my OC91 Chariot. There's a mount that I don't have yet. I need to pick up some shards and actually take them to turn them in, because I'm not that far off from having done it. It takes way more run starts than I thought. At least you can work on it account-wide, so if you were getting belts and a bunch of alts, even just for the sake of running mounts, you'll get like 70 or so shards just from doing the one run that it takes you to get your belt. But yeah, it's a thing. There you go. I was doing a couple of delves, not overcharged, but just a couple of delves in general, just to level, because I was doing time walking yesterday to level, and it's WoD time walking right now, which is, in my opinion, dramatically worse for leveling than whatchamacallit, BC was last week. And I get into like a Grimrail depot, and the group is just not getting it done. The tank is not moving the boss. The DPS nothing's happening. it's just a big mess. To be fair, I'm a DPS too, so I could maybe be doing more, but I'm doing my best. And we wipe, and then we pull it again, and then we wipe, and then somebody leaves, and then I thought, at this point, surely it's safe for me to leave because I'm not the first person to leave. We wiped twice, and I left, and it gave me Deserter. So I was doing delves instead for a while because I wanted to keep leveling. I was like almost done, but I couldn't queue up for another dungeon. I had some pretty slow WoD time walkings yesterday. Otherwise, I think I would probably be leveling more. I should have done more during TBC week, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, Grimrail's horrible. I kept getting Grimrail too. It's like the only one that it wanted to give me. Pause getting belts and alts to go mountain farming. Yeah, I exclusively do overcharge delves in level 1s. I, on the live servers, have not done them on anything above a 1 because I don't see a good reason to. Yeah, first boss of Grimrail is tough if the tank won't move the boss to knock down the guy that's shooting rockets. And to be fair, not everybody knows what the mechanic is. But it can, it can get a little bit tough. Alright, let's go do Anduin. What do you mean I'm in combat? With who? With you? Oh yeah, with you. Look at that. There you go. Consider buying fried bonefish. Cheap and effective. How did you get your alts geared for these runs? Undercoins have gotten me so far. I had a ton of veteran gear. Well, some of the alts I had like leveled ahead of time, but I had a lot of veteran gear stashed from when I was farming the Nightfall content for the Lynx map. When we were looking for that corrupted void Lynx, I did a lot of dailies and I was getting a lot of like warbound veteran gear. So my banks were stuffed with it. Unfortunately, not a lot of it was for the correct armor type, so I did have to gap fill with undercoins, but the bulk of my gear came from Nightfall and stuff. And then a couple of these alts I had geared up ahead of time. There's chat. People should use it to explain stuff. Sometimes people aren't looking at chat. Sometimes people won't read. Got Drake of the South Wind. Congratulations. Had a story to tell. The weirdest but funniest bug I've had in Sepulcher. What happened? This is probably my best geared hunter. This one's 654. They kind of range from like 630 to 650. How long was the Anduin fight in current times? I should know that because I did it. It felt like 10 minutes. It was a stopping point for our raid. Like, it was definitely a bottleneck. Like, we were stuck on Anduin for a while. before we were able to kill it. And I think by the time that we'd gotten through Anduin, they had started to dole out some nerfs that were pretty badly needed to stop us from getting walled on it. Like, I think they had to nerf it. Or maybe we killed it, like, just barely the week before they nerfed it. Sometimes that happens. Where we just barely struggle through it, and then the next week they nerf it, and then it's, like, way easier. Double lust strategies on Mythic, remember that. I have not listened to the new audio novella. I don't think I've ever done, an audiobook. Code Rob, thank you for the 69-month reset. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm more of a text person than a sound person. I'm one of those annoying people that always has subtitles on when I'm watching TV, because I need to read what people are saying. I did not post a galley video, no. I'm gonna give it a shot this upcoming week. I did not get it together in time. I have some footage of that one and the last boss of the first raid saved in case they do a victory lap season. Such a fan. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you. Did not have the skip. Clicked the teleport console. It made all the teleports available. Faces through walls and floors. Go straight to Lahuven. I had that happen as well. I used it to get stuck on a Hollanders though. I teleported to Hollanders and he wasn't there. Okay, shall we do Raglan first? Oh, hello, kitty. For Raglan, we don't need to kill as much stuff. I need to remember that. You need to kill trash for Lords of Dread. Look at the puppy looking for the cat. Hi, kitty. He knows the word kitty and he knows the word cat. And if you say either of them or the phrase meow, he will look, usually, and be like, wait, where? Where is the meow? I must kiss her. She needs licks. No mounts yet. No mounts yet. Doing our best today. But we don't have as much time today, so hoping we can get lucky in a 2-hour stream instead of in a 4. I am a skin. Oh, kitty cat. How are you doing? How are you? See, every time I say kitty cat, you're like, wait, where? Are you loving somebody other than Moose? Am I jealous or am I tired? Can't tell if I'm jealous or tired. I'm so lucky. I have such nice neighbors. Okay. Here's last. Oh, you don't have to get up, folks. I know, you're so tired. I partied this morning. Kitty, do you think it's going to be a lucky day? What's your cat forecast? Here, I'll let her give the news while we run to Lords of Dread. I don't know what streamers are for, if not as a vector for their pets anyway. I gotta purr in this side of it. It's a condenser mic. Omnidirectional. Or monodirectional. Cardioid, that's what I'm talking about. Cardioid, not condenser. I don't think it is. Oh, that's fine. Oh, you're not done? She's doing alright. She's doing pretty good. She's been pretty stable. She still coughs sometimes. She throws up sometimes, but she doesn't seem to be in pain. She's eating. She's behaving normally. She's got Moose looking after her. Me too. Me too. I'm hoping that if we manage to move this summer, that moving doesn't jar her too much. I don't think it would be super fun, but I'm gonna try if it does happen to like keep everything as the same as possible. And you don't have to take a boat this time, I don't think. Assuming I don't move to a different island. Okay, and we're ready for these guys. Yeah, hopefully no more boats. The boat was rough last time because we couldn't leave her in the vehicle. Or we could, but I wasn't allowed to stay in the vehicle, and I didn't want to leave her in the vehicle without me. So I had to take her onto the boat deck because she couldn't be inside the boat either. It wasn't, like, not a pet area. So we had to be outdoors on the boat in December with, like, wind whipping by. So it wasn't really good conditions for a little kitty. So I had her in a harness on a leash. And I was carrying her, and I also had her bed, and I had some towels. So I made her like a pod where I nestled her in her bed, and then I like covered the top with towels, which is like a little gap. And then she just basically like slunk down there and huddled, and that kept the wind off of her so that she was warm enough. And then we were just freezing because we were on the deck there too, but we're people, we can handle it. That was the tough part about the boat. It wasn't so much like the motion of the ship, it was that we had to leave the vehicle. And be outside for baby. She did okay. She did all right. She let out some real good meows, and then people were like, "Wait, is that a cat?" And I'm like, "Yes, this is my cat. She's not having her best day." There's like a bunch of little kids that wanted to meet the cat. I would have done the same thing. Hi. But she's if nothing else, real tough. She's a tough kitty. She's sweet, but she's real tough. She can get through a bunch of stuff. Had to move 2 cats 300 miles via train. Do not recommend, especially on the hottest day of the year. Sometimes it seems like on moving days like that, anything that can make it harder is going to happen. Oh, kitty, that actually feels pretty good. She's like aggressively headbutting my forearm in a way that's sort of like massaging the muscle that I strained yesterday fishing. That's nice, kitty. Thanks. And then I don't even know what Moose would do with a move. He's only lived with, well, he had a foster before us, but like, I feel like if we take him to a new place, he's gonna be like, "Oh, this is great. This is really cool. Okay, when are we going home?" And then he's gonna refuse to sleep for 3 days. He's such a routine-focused boy. He's so attached to his routine. He doesn't even like it if like we do dinner before the walk instead of after. I don't think he's gonna like moving at first. Kitty massage. Forgetting the water and snacks in the fridge. Kind train conductor gave us icy cold bottles of water. Oh, that's sweet. That's really nice. Okay, we got coolies? We got coolies. Alright, jailer. What the heck is up with you? 1 mount, please, and then I'll leave you alone. You never have to look at me again. There probably is a way to hide the item looted windows. They're like pop-up toasts. I bet you could do it in Leotrix or something. Places that we're looking at moving to are far. Hang on. I'll make sure I don't get MC'd here. 2,200 miles. Don't know how we're gonna do cats and dogs. 32-hour drive. You just got to do it once though. Like it's not a super fun day, but you just plan as best as you can. You prepare. Everybody makes it. Everybody complains for a while. But then you get a place that's yours. 5-hour road trip with my kitty when we moved, and she was a very chatty passenger. Miss Kira was as well in the U-Haul. She was very upset about everything that was going on, which is fair. And she would voice her concerns sort of periodically, like every 30 minutes she would spend about 8 minutes meowing her head off, and then she would be like, "All right, this is getting me nowhere, I'm tired." And then she would like settle down for 20, and then she would perk her head back up again and be like, "All right, let me try this again." And then she would no ma'am, and then she would start meowing again. New WoW trailer just dropped. Nice. Yeah, if there's spoilers, then maybe I won't watch it on stream. I don't know. Do you think he's comfy? Do you think he's having a nice sleep? Summer is not his season. He has been, not that he's been unhappy, because he's always happy because he's a happy dog, but he is, you can tell it is so not his season. He does not like the heat. He does not like cooking, and there's not a lot of time where he can go out and not be a hot dog. That is a flaw. Got vengeance. Took me 60 attempts. Congratulations, Evelyn. You're free. He loves fall because he likes chasing leaves. He loves spring because he likes chasing butterflies. He likes winter because he wants to chase snowflakes and attack snowmen and steal their arms. Summer's not his season. He's not a hot weather kind of dog. He does desperately want to just lounge outside in the shade and chew sticks from trees. Like that would, if I would let him do that, he would do it all day. It's all he wants. He'll find like a branch, like an oak stick that fell down, and he'll just be like, all right, just let me be for a bit. And he'll just lay down and settle down to breaking it into pieces and spitting them out. How was your weekend? Off to Turkey tomorrow. Oh, lovely. My weekend was good. I went fishing and I caught a lot of fish. I had a big fishing day. I also got real cooked in the sun and real thirsty and real hungry, and then got to come home and like rehydrate and eat and sleep, and everything was fun. I swear it was this big. Oribos. 106.41. Had to get my mount farm on before I go. Got 10 mounts in 2 days. Nice. You're cleaning up. I'm gonna see if I can get a mount here. How many fish did you catch? I didn't keep a super close count. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 8. I only kept 1. I didn't catch a legal ling, and you can only keep 1 rockfish in a license, so I only kept 1. My partner kept 1 as well. Guess what? What's up? Did you get any mounts? It was hot and horrible. Let's go again, right? Salmon season is starting. Salmon retention starts August 1st. Also, it's going to be a busy month, but I would love to try some salmon fishing. My husband's been setting up for it. He's dying to go. Not much I didn't have. Only had 177 mounts when I started. I've gone the wrong way. I have made a dire mistake. We're going to Zerith Mortis. We're not doing Sanctum of Domination yet. Invincible drop for me last night on my 4th alt. Nice. Congratulations. That's pretty fast. This is going to be my 4th alt today running this, I think. Maybe this will drop. 1 fractal cipher of Zerith Mortis, please. Especially because I have less than an hour left today. I'm not here for very long today. I was crying. It's a big deal. Hunting him since ICC was soloable. I was gonna ask if he'd been farming him like a long time. I know some people have like real journeys with that one. I have old-fashioned flying on. Seems kind of slow. I think I put it on because I was trying to get to King's Rest and I was struggling to get up the hill. Yeah, 3 tokens suck because you gotta mail them to the right class and Covenant. Yeah, I bet. That sounds annoying. I miss Zerith Mortis. Oh, there's rares up. I remember Uvok. Uvuk. How on earth are you supposed to say that? I'm going with Uvuk. Getting everything within 5 runs. Don't know if that's mega lucky or not. Midnight, Astral Cloud Serpent, dead quick. Nice. Yeah, I mean, the drop rates have been boosted to roughly 5%, so like roughly 1 in 20. So getting them within 5 is lucky for sure. I've been streaming all week. I got nothing. I've been running raids and dungeons, mostly raids, all week last week, and then now just starting week 2, and I haven't seen a single mount drop yet. But it could be about to happen this run. There's always next run until the month is over. If we don't get any mounts, do we just keep farming mounts even after the event is over? Is that sad? I don't know. I think it'll be busy. There's going to be stuff going on. the patch comes out, you know, that's a whole thing. I think at the patch it's going to be moving on time. Go finish Overcharged Dells before I forget. Yeah, that's a good tip. I need to do that too. I'm not far from done with them. I've done a good chunk just by kind of doing them here and there a little bit. So I don't think I need to grind. Some people grind it out on the first day. It's definitely grindable. Lots of golden transmog, not sad. It would be, after the event is over though, it'll be half the golden transmog. That might be a little sad. Expansion order. Yeah, that's smart. I'm doing reverse expansion order right now. I'm starting at the end. 50 runs for Gmod, still no Gmod. He's out there. Not for me yet though. But I can only be in one place at a time, and it seems like it's becoming a problem. I need to clone me. Got the Blazing Drake just now. Congratulations! Did they confirm that Overcharged Delves are leaving? Like, I think it's true, but I just want to know if Blizzard, like, said it in words somewhere. So that I have, like, a thing to point to if I put it in the news video. Did they say this is going away? Or is it just, like, on PTR it's not doable, so that's kind of what we're working with. Got bindings for Thunder Fury? Nice! My goodness. I want the dang Jaina Mountain. She doesn't seem to care. How grumpy of her. Bring her a latte, see if that helps. That always works for me. Stretch. I'm gonna need to like lino a wall so it's easier to wipe down from where my dog puts his paws on when he's sleeping. Just get like a backsplash by the dog bed, or just like maybe like a 4-foot high tile like all around all of the dog rooms just to make them easier to clean. It's like, why does your house look like a bathroom? Well, you see, when Moose sleeps, he likes to put his feet on the wall. One binding for Thunder Fury for like years and the other won't drop. Cute little doggy paw left print. Yeah. The appeal of having really clean walls, aside from just enjoying them, is that it makes it easier to find if there's a mosquito that you're looking for. You don't have to be like, oh no, that's just a scuff, that's just a scuff, that's just a hole. Don't erase them. I mean, right now I'm renting, I kind of have to. I have a feeling that the next people aren't going to appreciate it. It makes me comfy doing this because I feel like my hunters look comfy in their sweatsuits. Hello, Mr. Sonic Gem. Don't have to look for them anymore. My cats find them and jump and catch them. Oh, nice. Moose will catch him if he's in the mood, but he mainly does moths. I've never seen him go for a mosquito. And I'm at war with the mosquitoes. I was also at war with the ants, but I launched an assault and I like scrubbed their trails and they haven't been back. I think I scared them because I bleached them. I was not messing around. But ants seem to be gone. That's good. Hi, kitty. How are you? She's a nice kitty cat. Yesterday I gave her a smooch in the forehead like I do, and it was like dripping wet, and I was like, what happened to you? And then I realized that my dog had come home from his walk, gone to his water bowl, gotten his face like good and drippy, and then gone to give the cat a bunch of sloppy kisses. And she didn't even like hiss at him or anything. She was just like, yeah, all right, okay. And then I was seeing her and I'm like, why are you so wet? Just got drooled on by a big dog. Anyone know the fastest way to level 70 to 80? Time walking is what I was doing. Queue for time walking, keep queuing for time walking. In the meantime, in between time walking, grab your Dark Moon Fair buff if you can. Delves are not bad. You can kind of blow through, especially if you have like a leveled brand, level 1 delves, and each delve has a quest that gives you a bunch of experience. But I basically just did time walking and it went pretty quick. Faster than questing, for sure. Yeah, as many XP buffs as you can. I found that I had some leftover experience buffs from the Fortuitous Fortunes event when I was farming all that transmog. I had like some of those blue bottles in their bag, so I was popping those. And so that was 10%, and then 25% from Warband from having 5 characters leveled. And then 30% from Master of the Time Ways once they'd been through a bunch of time walking dungeons. And then another 10% from Dark Moon Fair. They were leveling pretty freaking quick. They were zooping. Oldham Portal and Orgrimmar is up and to the back, so behind the Tauren Valley, there's like a level above that, and there's a platform there with all the cataportals. I blessed you that one. Thank you. I would love for this raid run to give me this map. This character 641. This raid will drop me out. That would be so exciting. This would be a great one to get. This is such a long farm to do that, like, finishing with this one, I feel like, makes me feel so much more hopeful for getting through the rest of them. This Sanctum and Nyalotha are the ones that I'm doing that I want to get all my 80 lockouts through. But they're the longest raids to run, I feel like. It makes sense, but I would be most excited to get those mounts because at that point, you know, when I'm farming like Raptor Skull and Marrowfang and even Gear Glider or Sanctum Gloomcharger or Gmod, those are things that I can try faster and that the attempts won't take quite as long. And those are things that I can do in level 70s, so I'm realistically never going to run out of lockouts on them. So that's why I want to get these guys done first. Okay, don't need to clear all this trash. Oh, buds, you're so sleepy. You can just snooze. Brewfest is getting some new stuff. I don't remember when Brewfest is. Probably before we know it. Nylos is the worst. Have to unlock Veil for all my alts to see the raid entrance. Ooh. I'm probably gonna have that problem as well. Maybe I'll get lucky to just drop on like an early one that I have already. Yeah, the voice pack will be kind of end of an era. Yeah, doing Nyalotha or this raid or Sanctum without, or Sanctum of Domination without skips, certainly possible. Hideous though. Such long clears. You can eat up all your time doing that really easily. I'm eating up all my time doing them with skips. Oh. Sometimes you just want to hug the puppy. Finally get the Cauldron of Carnage Dino mount. Oh, from Liberation of Undermine? Raid Renown, yeah. Yeah, Raid Renown. Definitely been keeping up with that. Renown 20, no problem. Just don't look. Just don't check and it's definitely 20. I've been raiding every week. Look at me. Woohoo! Gosh, I think mine's at like 11. Yep, 11. Literally 11. Just past halfway. I believe you. Don't believe me. Did LFR, of course, forgot to go to the NPC to actually grab it. Maybe the talents are kind of funky on this character. Nyalotha is Rathian, and then Carapace, and then end N'Zoth, because N'Zoth is 2 fights. So it's only 3 bosses, but it's a lot of physical running, because all it does is it lets you run down the ramp to N'Zoth right away. They don't make you do Mott and Skira, do they? That would suck. I hope they don't make you do Mott and Skira. I don't think they do. But I'll try it. This week's gonna be the first week that I have the skip, so we'll have to see. Oh, it's that one, isn't it? I wonder if I can skip these 2. That one's Contessa. Retrofit skips into the worst offenders. ICC Nyla. Well, no, Nyla has a skip. It's just not to my tastes. It's just not very convenient, relatively speaking. Okay, so you really just need to do those 2. I've been over clearing that trash. Oh, Dwarf feels eternal. Oopsies. Might save cooldowns for the swarm phase here. On 64 for Gmod. Good luck. Good luck. I hope you get it this time. I'm so happy I'm not doing Dragon Soul. I was terrible at it. I was unable to sustain the minimum amount of attention needed to both realize when there was more NPCs I needed to talk to progress the roleplay, or to not die to Spine. Like, I farmed it. I did my mount runs. I ground them out. Sucked, though. After 400 runs for all the mock, I eventually learned. I don't think I need to do all this, actually. I've been clearing a lot of trash just because I assume I have to, and I think some of it I can just run around. That guy I have to do. Kill Mortos. These guys are looking kind of goofy. Like, I get that they just look ridiculous. Like, he's got, like, cage arms. He's got chain fingers. He's got no neck. You know, he's, like, his head's, like, fused onto his shoulders. He's just trying to kick stuff. It looks like he made him out of trash cans. 9 mounts that are buffed by the bonus that I do not have. 9. And I am 0 of 9 at this point in the event. But maybe we'll get to 1 and 9 just now. These are what I'm after. Oopsies. Third of the way done with the Chitin World quest. Had this quest since the beginning of the expansion. Nice! Yeah, same. I'm still sitting on it. I think it's about time for me to let go of my some of my goals. I was going to say needing to do everything, but I think I've already let go of needing to do everything. But it may be time for me to let go of a few more things. I don't know. Just keep everything that I would like to do on a list and use it to inform what I'm doing, and then not worry if I don't get through all of it. I love Dragon Soul because Thrall is the best boy who never did anything wrong in his life. I mean, if that was true, wouldn't it be kind of boring? Alt 9 with one of the 4 wins and a sword keeps dropping and keeps telling me it's adding it to my appearances. Nope. I got one more hunter and then I gotta start doing non-hunters. I mean, cling to my list until literally the last day because I refuse to let go. Loads of kite on the auctionist like an idiot and thought it would make the quest go away. No! Oh no! Nor. Oh dear. Enforce for all difficulties for Charhound. So I don't think that change was retroactive. I know what you're talking about. I don't think they made that change retroactive to old raids. So things like Charhound, Sanctum Gloom Charger, Gmod, you can still benefit from running it repeatedly on multiple difficulties. So yeah, if you want it, you can keep grinding. This is the new hunter that I got leveled up. Isn't she cute? She's just got like basic stuff on and a little trading post quiver with little pet snacks bag on it. Some basic gloves. She's so cute. It's like the most brown basic transmog, but I really love it. It looks like something I would actually wear. This was supposed to be the Hazel avatar back when I had like my, I mean it's still short, but my super short brown hair, and then the pets are, here, let me see some of my pets. Kira and Moose, Silver Cat, and then Big Brown Dog. As close as I can get anyway. Hey girl, hey. Still your hunter transmog, love the basic outfits. She's got the Tamer title on. She's 637 is her item level after raiding the Warbank, getting a disc belt, etc. That's pretty much what I'm able to do without any effort. I was like about to say, cheers, love. The cavalry's here. That was terrible. That was a terrible Tracer accent. Oh dear. I would need to listen to her do it a few times. Irish Tracer? No. Nor. Yeah, I've been slacking in the belt upgrade quest. I'll have to do it to my priest if I'm gonna do any keys for my friends. Have you seen my puppy? Have you seen your sleepy? Yes. Okay, that's all. Forgot about Zerith Mortis. What a cute time that was. First date with my now fiance. He faked a British accent and it was so good that I thought he was British until our third date when he showed up without it. What did you think when he showed up? What did he say? Was he embarrassed? Was he sheepish? Was he like, okay, I've got to come clean. I can't do it. I would be so freaked out. I would be the most freaked out. I don't know if I could have gotten past that. Like, if they kept it up for, like, one date, then maybe. Or, like, the first hour, maybe. You must have really liked him. That's so funny. My partner and I are kind of disgusting in that the more time we spend with each other, the more we kind of, like, develop our own language. Not like words, but like ways of saying words. We're kind of developing our own marital accent, which is, like I said, gross. And I was like, man, if we move to the country and we only talk with each other, by 5 years, people are gonna think they've discovered like a new ecosystem of people. Like, The Hazel and her husband regional accent. I was shook, but I let him get away with it. He just like said hi or hey, and I was so thrown off I didn't know what to say. Normal, I forget to use normal words with other people sometimes. It's been 15 years. The contestant in The Traitors who pretended to have a Welsh accent the whole way through. Oh man. That's so funny. That's like a sitcom plot. I'm pretty sure that is a sitcom plot. I'm pretty sure every sitcom has done it. I was so nervous or whatever that I used an accent and now I have to keep it up. I think Ross did it on Friends once. When I found out Hugh Laurie was actually English, I was shook. I only watched him in House. I also have that feeling where I find out that an actor like is or isn't British, and I'm like, wait, but a good example is Mr. Walking Dead. What's his name? He plays Rick. I know his name, and it's not coming to me, but he's British. But then on The Walking Dead, obviously, he's like an American or whatever, and like, I know it's just like actors acting, but it's really funny to me when they can like do it. Like, I'm like, whoa, that's not actually what you're like at all. That's crazy. Wow, look at them do their job. Andrew Lincoln, yeah. It's kind of an American sounding name. Is it taking your game about 10 minutes to load the first time of the day? No. Your computer might need help. That's no good. You don't want that. Is it your add-ons? Is it a ghost? I told all my friends he was British, had to backtrack that. Oh my god, were any of your friends like, dude, run? We're all just gonna pretend that didn't happen? That's hilarious. Hang on. Boulevard, come help me. God, Ashes of Alar had to share. Congratulations. I'm pretty sure they all said run. I don't know why I'm invested in it, but I really want you guys to move. Because we have like the same life, but like different, but like the same. And I want you guys to move so that I can move, and then we can not break the chain. Like if I'm doing anything, I want to talk a bunch of other people into doing it too. It's like it's just that easy. Just buy a house. Do it. Do it now. Like I haven't been trying to do it like all year. Yes, I'm having that problem too. I would take a game about 10 minutes to load. Gotcha. Distinctions between Canadian and American accent. It's a tough question to answer because both Canada, I almost called it Canada, both Canada and Americania are big. They're very big, so there is no one Canadian accent or one American accent. American in particular, you'll have very different accents depending on where, you know, Boston's going to sound very different from Louisiana, is going to sound very different from Seattle. Similarly for Canada, someone from Quebec is going to sound different from someone from Nova Scotia, is going to sound different from someone from Nunavut, will sound different from someone from Victoria. Very regional. If you think about like a stereotypical Canadian accent, you're thinking about your boots and your A's, or your haze, which is like the urban A. But yeah, it'll depend on whereabouts they're from and also how rural they are. Like you'll get stronger accents the farther away from cities you get typically. But sometimes it just presents in like a couple of words. I don't know. Everybody thinks they sound normal. I think I sound normal. I think I have a... It's just like human brain bias. It's like, I'm regular. I talk regular. So anybody that talks different from me must have the accent. Not me, but obviously that's just a very narrow and incorrect and kind of insensitive point of view. Never met anyone from Nunavut. I don't think so. I had family that lived in the Northwest Territories for a long time and in the Yukon for a long time, but they live in Saskatchewan now. Started watching North of North. Oh, I love North of North. It was so cute. I did not expect to like it because the ads for it, for CBC Gem, were like kind of, I don't know, they picked bad clips of it to show as ads. But then when Netflix got it, I decided to put it on, and it was actually like so adorable. It was such a fun little sitcom. Taking a trip to Seattle, look at neighborhoods. Might be living the Northwest life too. That would be even more simple. Everyone I end up liking on YouTube is Canadian. You get a lot of stealth Canadians in internet content. Like, you won't even know they're Canadian until it like comes up. Not me, I'm annoying about it. It's because I was an expat Canadian for a while, so I'm making up for it. I've got a complex. Every now and then I get thinking about how a lot of the major figures in WoW content are European. It's not that there's no Americans or North Americans, there definitely are. But especially when you get outside of PvP content, you get, I feel like, more Europeans than not. When I just like think about all of the people that make like videos or streams similar to mine. Not everybody, but like probably more than half Europe.
Do you not understand?
Yeah, Zoldek has a good point about seasonal weather in the Northwest. Not that like, I won't complain about harsh winters or anything because the winters aren't that harsh, but the lack of light can get you down, and seasonal depression is definitely a problem. Can be very common. Some people adjust, and there's definitely stuff you can do to help mitigate it, but there are for sure people that will move up here and then unmove because they can't deal with it and it's not worth their mental health. So gorgeous in the summer though. A lot of people I watch are from NA. I guess the first names that come to mind when I'm thinking about like WoW content that's like in my sphere, I'm thinking T&E, I'm thinking Mr. GM, I'm thinking Bellular. Actually, I don't know what he does anymore, but he used to. That kind of thing. First winter I spent out of Vancouver was so weird because there were actually sunny winter days. Got Felsteel Annihilator, congrats! Stream is lucky, it's my second mount today. Haughty chicken. Viewer demographics look like? I don't have, I don't know what they are for Twitch, and I haven't looked at what they are for YouTube forever. I don't know. I know age demographics better than location demographics. No, I haven't seen Firefly recently. I met him on a bus once in 2017. We were on the Blizzard bus, and I had a 5-minute conversation with him, and that's about the end of it. He seemed nice enough. I hope he's doing well. Although I could say that about everybody that I've met. I've never met anybody where I was like, ooh, everybody's nice. Got Mimiron yesterday, Invincible today, been lucky. Nice, congratulations. I feel like my YouTube demographics wouldn't be super representative of my Twitch ones because... Hang on, my pet's dead! Oh my goodness, I didn't pop my cooldowns clearly. Oh dear. Alright, here we go. Here's Lust. I might turtle for this. Oh, alright, I didn't pop my cooldowns. I should have done. Whoops-a-daisy. This is why we're Necrolord. I didn't think that through. I was autopiloting a little too hard. This character is new, so she doesn't have quite the same juice. She also... Okay, there we go. Oh, don't feel bad for me. Don't feel bad for me. I'm a big lucky girl. Whatever happened to Trade Chat? I haven't checked in on her stuff in a long time. She was making Facebook videos for a while. Maybe she's still doing it. I don't know. I went to BlizzCon twice. I went in 2018 and 19, and people would mix me up with Trade Chat because we both had pink hair. We were both women with colored. I didn't even have pink hair, but at one point I did. I had green hair, but people would be like, "Oh my God, Trade Chat, hi," and I'd be like, "Nope, not me." Wrong person. Hope you find her. What are we doing? We're looking for cooldowns is what we're doing. So there's Lust. That's important. How do y'all cope with winters? More gray than the Midwest. How will I handle that? Honestly, poorly. I get whiny every winter. I get, like, gloomy. I feel like a little personal growth would help me because maybe it would help me remember that winter is not forever. And then I would just kind of, like, keep busy with my crafts and my holidays and whatever until the sun comes back. But I have a real bad case of whatever is happening now will happen forever. So I tend to lose perspective. Something I really want to work on because it's not great. Not a very useful mindset. But yeah, lamps, lights, keep busy. Holidays are great, activities are great. Definitely bums you out though. Depends on how far north you move as well. Seattle is, don't get me wrong, going to be darker in the winter, but it's not going to be like Alaska levels of dark in the winter. Oh, I didn't know she had a baby. That's wonderful. Shortest few weeks and a few weeks at the end of it that affects me. I get gloomy in like January, February. Those are the worst months of it because like you get a lot of holidays on the lead up part of it. You've got kind of like your Halloween. You've got my birthday in September, which is a national holiday, of course. You've got oopsies. Oh, for heaven's sake. You've got Christmas. Oh, jeez. And then New Year's, but then basically after New Year's, it just it tends to be just wet and cold and dark without like, it just feels like spring's really far away for a while. That's usually when I get gloomy. I was too excited about your own birthday. Just fell off. Happy birthday to me! Never ends for me, and winter sun never comes out. And it's funny because it's like a short month, right? Like it's either 28 or 29 days. It is not actually as long as it could have been. It was blurry. Oh, let me see. Turn it off and back on again. Sometimes that fixes it. There we go. After New Year's, I like to pay attention to the days getting longer every day. Yeah. I think what I'm going to do, that's a good idea. That. And starting seeds indoors in like February. Like figure out what do I need to start really early for gardening. Assuming I have a garden. And then starting them really early so I have something green to watch indoors kind of while I'm waiting for everything to come around. Onions and brassicas. I started harvesting my garlic. I've got a little bundle of garlic hanging up to dry. I'm so excited. It's so tiny and cute. Like it didn't get very big at all. But I think at least a few of them have turned from one clove into like an actual head of garlic that has multiple cloves. And I grew it, so that's fun. I don't always water my stuff enough on the balcony because I have to like lug a watering can for my bathtub, and it's all very upsetting. It's not very convenient. I dream of one day having like a hose. Seems like better technology. So a lot of my plants, I used to grow tomatoes that would be basically all pulp and no seeds or juice or anything. They would just be, it would be like a solid like football of tomato or softball or whatever because I wouldn't water them enough, and that's what happens to tomatoes if you don't water them enough, is they get really pulpy. Get the succulents, ignore them for 2 weeks, and then drown. Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah. Definitely not months at a time. A lot of my succulents will flower because they feel so unsafe with me that they're like, listen, if I'm going to have a chance of a legacy, I need to make some seeds now. So they'll make beautiful flowers. And then people see my plants, they'll be like, oh my gosh, I never get mine to flower. And I'm like, yeah, it's because you look after yours. It's because yours aren't afraid that they're gonna die. Oh, I've seen some interesting, cute flowers on succulents I didn't even know flowered. But they do look nice. And they don't die, they just worry about it for a while. Wish they added the mounts to normal and heroic. Less about more chances, more about getting after getting all the mod from Mythic, being able to move to heroic. Yeah, that would have been nice. I definitely am at a point where I haven't gotten an appearance in ages. I'm just hoping for mount drops. Man, I only have 15 minutes, so I guess I'm gonna do this run. Definitely get the mount, and then we'll do a dungeon run or two to fill out the rest of the stream. Testing starts at noon, so I am ending stream an hour before that to give me time to get my life sorted out and find a group and get into one. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Have a little bite to eat or something before 3 hours of raid testing. But yeah, noon to 3, I'm pretty sure. Pacific time. Is this the lucky run? If I don't get this here, then tomorrow I'll need to run my non-hunters, non-priest, my paladin, warlock, mage through this raid. Paladin, warlock, mage, and druid. So I'll have 4 more characters that can do it after this one. For tomorrow. Of course. But we won't need it because this will be the one, right? Yeah. Is this Hazel's first mount drop of the event? Is it coming? Nope. It is not. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Ryan, this is my bestie and he got the jailer mount on his first kill. Lucky. Oh no. This is not my mount. Not the one. I got 15 minutes or so. Let me hop on. Okay, I like to take this character, actually doesn't really matter. Do a little King's Rest action. Funny, I didn't do portals back then, so I have portals for dungeons that have been brought back, so I don't have a King's Rest portal, but I have an Eternal Desire portal. Mythic Jailer can be soloed. No mounts yet. Baby stream today, so I'm just gonna get like one more chance. I think this is enough time for like one run of King's Rest. Not yet, but definitely soon. I can't say definitely soon. I can't promise that. I remember joking before about you turning the buff off and on again to see if it works, and now I'm genuinely curious if that would. Yeah, it's just RNG. Play WoW sporadically. How do you get dungeon portals? You need to time that dungeon when it's in the Mythic Plus season on a certain keystone level. So it used to be 10s. Nowadays it's 20s, which are basically the old 10s. Complete a 20 in time, it'll give you a portal for that dungeon. And luckily, the portals are now account-wide. They didn't used to be. Yeah, Gmod can drop in LFR. In LFR only, it will drop from Jaina and not Mekatork, so make sure you finish the wing. Do not leave after Mekatork if you're doing LFR for Gmod. Do the whole wing, kill Jaina. That's where the mount comes from. Nothing for me then? Oh. You have to time 10s? I think I said it opposite. I might have said it opposite. I think you're right. I think I did it backwards. It used to be 20s and now it's 10s, which are the old 20s. 10s are not as... I feel like they are less aggressive than they used to be now. They've, especially with what they've done with Keystone affixes, not as hard as it once was. No way this is a coincidence. No. What is it? Your link didn't go through. We have a bot that eats links. 20's now our title range. That would be a little bit tricky. Just a smidge. Hey, I got a transmog. Wow. Would you look at that? They caught a pig. Even if you don't get him out, today was a good stream. Yeah, I've had fun. I always like streaming with you guys. You make it fun. This is a pretty cool mount, if it ever wants to drop. Mummy Raptor. This instance always takes longer than I feel like it's going to, because you can one-shot everything pretty much. And you can run pretty fast, but you just have to clear the whole thing. It's just a... And some of it is sort of, I guess, RP based, like you have to wait for stuff to activate. No runs off stream. No runs off stream. I felt like it would be so rude for me to stream this much and do all these mount runs on stream and get nothing, and then to get a mount off stream. The Inarius charger dropped off stream, and that was bad enough. And I was just looking for a little video clip. At this point, I'm convinced Blizzard personally coded a 0% drop rate just for you. I am really happy I got Inarius, though. It's nice to not have to worry about grinding that out on top of all this stuff. I want to get my shards for the transmog, but Track and Soul is officially being rude. Oh, how dare they? Yeah, if I ran it off stream, I would get all of them in like one run. No, but if we get to the last week of the month and I'm still at 0, I'm gonna have to start doing extra streams. Well, even more extra streams anyway, beyond what we're already doing. Maybe I just need to set up like some subathon goals, or just sub goals in general. Finally get off my butt and do it. Make an event out of it. Should I stream all my attempts like everyone's doing? Do it all off stream. At least you just need 9. I've had drops, but also need around a dozen. Over a dozen, yeah. There we go. All stuck. This is cool. I wonder if they would do this as a Mythic Plus again. If it's been one since BFA. Answer a guide for giggles. That would require me to have made it already so I could drop it. Also, at this point, it might be bad for my algorithm. Algorithm doesn't like it when you put out videos that people don't need or watch. Didn't do Mythic Plus and BFA. Sounds like everyone hated King's Rest. I don't really remember anymore. Come on, mail. Dun, 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 dun. Still in combat. Where is it? Where's my mount? It's not here. Well. I didn't realize humans had 2 charges of their Hearthstone. Or if I knew that, I had forgotten. Pretend nothing happened to us. Guys, I got some early on Zerith footage. Hit 14 resilient last night. Nice. It must be in the mail. Well, there's always tomorrow. What can I do in 5 minutes? Anything? Maybe some Hellcaller portals. Get a couple of shards. Is Necrotic Wake real fast? I haven't started that one yet. It's one of the mounts that I want. It's a really nice looking mount. I would love to do a goblin portal or 2. Just to get some, you don't do the map toys anymore. You go into your spell book, and you go into the warband map to everywhere. And then you go find a thing. Do you want to go portal in a couple minutes? That's an elite rare. This is like a regular rare. It's up the hill. It says that it's got portal problems, but is it a graphic error? Or is it true? Yeah, maybe I should do the Dornable one. I can't really go over today. This weekend will be fun. We can just run a ton of raids this weekend. No, it was true. It was actually on cooldown. What about this one? I figure if I do them on these characters. She has portal problems too. I guess people did this exactly 42 minutes ago. I don't know if Barrage is any good, but I'm randomly spec'd into it and it's been really fun. It pulls all kinds of stuff. I guess it's a weekday. That's probably why there's not a ton of people out here. I have 2, I think, of the shard sets. Priest, and then I bought Paladin. But I don't think I've had enough shards to buy anything else yet. You can also get shards from your weekly quests as well. That's another thing that can happen. Got my Scythe of the Unmaker, just like you. No match stuff. Hopefully soon. Congrats on your Scythe. I got the Scythe so early in my experience that I thought for sure it was just gonna be, I thought for sure that it was just the beginning, you know? And that I was gonna have forgotten it because it would have been, like, well past. Oh. Did I get a Mechanica? I got a Mechanica. When did I get a Mechanica? Oh, Flabby got the Glacial Tidestorm. Nice. Congrats. Oh, I got a Mechanica just today, like now, like 2 rares ago. First rare, yeah. Well, that's something at least. That's almost rarer than about drop. Oh, gosh. I gotta go. I gotta turn this off. That's something. I feel like my luck is going to everything but mounts. But tomorrow we will have a 4-hour stream. Unless something goes wrong. Tomorrow should be 4 hours, so maybe we'll be able to brute force something. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for the Liberation Normal guys. Thanks for watching them. I will be on tomorrow and, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, etc. Appreciate the company. Thank you so much for being here. Good luck on your mount runs, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.